Okay, welcome back to another video or episode of Learn Programming with EasyLang. I am the creator of the Easy Programming Language, Marshall Burns. You can find me on Twitter at SuperMarshall64. For this video, we're going to be talking about enums. What are enums? Well, the best way I can describe it is a data type that we can create that allows for a fixed number of named variables and thus values. Okay, maybe a bit confusing, but hopefully my explanation can help if anyone's struggling. So, by default, Easy's enums or enumerators or enumerations start. They're integers. They have integer values. So to declare our enum, we have to use the const keyword. Then we name our enum. For this example, we'll use traffic light code. And then we use the enum keyword, opening closing curly braces, and we have red, yellow, green. Easy day. So if we were to print out what this is, first of all, to do that, to access the enum or enum value, you have to prefix it with the enum's name, so traffic light code, and then dot, and then whatever member you're trying to access. In this case, we're trying to access red. 0. Okay. Where does 0 come from? Well, like I said earlier, by default, enums and easy are they hold integer values, and the first one always starts with 0. Just like in arrays, I said in programming, you start from 0, not 1. So here, red 0, yellow would be 1, green would be 2, and so on. You can hard code the values if you want. We can set this to equal 100. And now if we were to print out yellow, we get 101. It increments by 1. We can assign each one to be a specific value if we want. Boom, yellow is 200. So we'll leave them as default for now. So 0, 1, and 2. Well, in easy, you can also have string enums. To do that, you pretty much have the same thing. So let's do this. Const light color enum, and we'll do red equals red, and so on. Okay, so now if we were to print out light color and yellow, we get the string of yellow, the value of yellow. All right. Now, so you can, our enums essentially become our own data type, right? So we can use these just like other data types in structs. So just like in the last episode, I believe I was talking about structs in the last one. We let's create a struct. What should we call it? I don't know. We'll just call it example for now. Sometimes naming things is very difficult. Okay, so we want to say light code is going to be a type of traffic light code. Okay, and then we'll do color is going to be type light color. So now in my main function, I can create a struct. So we can do temp let's call it example. Create our struct here. So now we can do example dot light code equals traffic light code dot red, and example dot color equals light color dot red. Now if we print out our struct, there we go. Easy day. We're just holding values. Enums are pretty useful when you need to do things like statuses or things of that nature. Um, I like using enums occasionally, but they're pretty useful. So you remember you can have, by default, enums and easies are integers, and they increment by 1 unless you provide a fixed value to each. You can also have string enums. You can use your enums in structs. You can use when is statements logic to evaluate that. So in most programming languages, you have switch cases. In easy, you have when is. So to do that, we can do when. Let's do when example dot light code is, and in our light code is just going to be traffic light code dot red. We're going to print out stop the light is red. Okay, and when we're doing enums in our when is statements here, we have to evaluate all of them. If we use another attribute, for now I won't get into that attribute. So in fact, let's just go ahead and okay, there we go. So it's kind of like an if else or an easy and if or. This is the same, a similar thing. We evaluate a condition for what that condition's value is. Our example.light code, we set it to red. So if or when the condition is red, print out stop the light is red. And what happened? We got stop the light is red. If I set it to anything else here, because we're not evaluating anything else, let's say we set it to yellow, we get our defaulted message. We did not meet this condition, so it defaulted out. Okay, so that's it on enums. We also went over a little bit of like logic or conditional loops and whatnot, or conditions. So I guess a better term would be control flows. Let's say that this was somewhat of a control flow overview down here. I'll have a whole video dedicated to going more into this type of stuff. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Peace.